JT Woods.
JT, you guys have such a veteran group back there, the cornerbacks and the safeties. What's that like, knowing each other so well?
It's amazing. You know, the trust has grown so much over the years. I've been with all those dudes for going on to 4 years, so the communication is awesome. Like, even with Christian, I can just look at Christian and point, and we both know exactly what we're saying. So the communication aspect of it is really amazing.
What's it been like with all the ups and downs to have someone like that by your side from day one?
It's the support that we get, you know, because you've been going through hard stuff with those guys, you know, mad drills and all the winter training, all the fall camps. So the support system that you have, like, through that growth is really amazing. Like, no matter what the ups or downs are, I know they're always going to be there for me. They know I'm always going to be there for them.
Can you talk about just what you get from the cornerbacks, particularly Boogie and Raleigh, what they bring and how important they are to just the secondary, I guess?
You know, they have tremendous athletes in that corners room. You know, Mark, Milton, Boogie, Riley, we all ran track, so we all know they have a lot of speed, so I don't have to worry about if I have to leave them on an island. You know, Tejada Island, that's a real thing out there. Even today in practice, I kind of had to be on my island on my own, and it's no joke. So just being able to trust those guys to, you know, use their athleticism to make plays and not always have to worry about, you know, protecting them over the top is really relieving for me as a safety.
The defense kept you guys in games, in a lot of games last year. How does it maybe take that next step and maybe to taking over games, that kind of thing?
Like I said earlier, the trust aspect with the players, but also with the coaches too. Coach Roberts is really starting to open up that playbook for us, and we're kind of learning that through fall camp. So it's been nice being able to kind of think through plays as a unit and see, like, okay, where are our strengths and what are our weaknesses and where can we grow as a defense. So we've definitely had a lot of growth, and our playbook's starting to get opened a little bit too. So it's been a lot of fun.
You've got Jalen back there as kind of a bonus hybrid guy. I mean, how cool is that?
I mean, talk about an athlete. Like, I'm right behind him, so I just get to see him make the craziest plays, and he just brings so much energy to the room. Honestly, the entire defense, the entire team, it's really amazing just watching him just be a complete athlete, like a ball hawk, all of that. Anything you want in a player, he has it. So I love getting to play with him, being on the field with him each day.
JT, who are maybe some of the younger safeties that you've taken note of or been impressed by?
Our entire safety room is really amazing. You know, I will say we've always had a good amount of depth. We had some injuries in the spring, but even now, like, our depth is amazing. You know, ones, I've always said this, like, we've always had to get to the point where twos plays like ones, and now we're kind of at the point where our threes are starting to play like ones too. You know, Devin Lemire, all those guys are starting to step up. So it's really nice seeing those guys grow, and it's crazy because I was at that point one time, like, not too long ago. So now I'm kind of, you know, being the big brother trying to coach everybody up.
How fast have these 4 years gone by?
Oh, like that, like, just so fast. Like, it seems like yesterday I was just moving in, being the early enrollee, like kind of a new kid on campus, and now you just blink and it just goes by so fast. But it's been really, really fun. It's been a roller coaster, but it's definitely been a joyride.
I don't know how that works with the COVID year, but did you have another year back, or do you have a decision to make at the end of this year?
Yes, sir. So obviously with the COVID year, kind of giving everybody an extra year, I have this year. This is technically my junior year, so I still have another year after that. And I also have my red shirts because I never redshirted.
Okay.
Is there any comparison to where you guys were when you almost won a Big 12 title coming the year before when you really struggled? To last year, different circumstances, to what are the expectations this year? Are there any similarities to that?
You know, different coaching staff. So I will say the framework is very different because obviously, you know, with Coach Aranda coming in, he kind of stripped everything, and he built off of some of Coach Rule's, you know, philosophies and stuff, but he's his own person. He's his own great mind, defensive mind. So he's kind of built his own, you know, foundation with that. But I will say defensively, I think there were a lot of similarities in the last year, in that 2019 year. But, I mean, this year, just the communication, like, we're one big unit. And so I think it's really a little different.
Can you try to explain what Coach Aranda is like in film session compared to what we maybe see? Like, does he go into, like, some kind of a guru mode or something that's hard? Can you explain who
Yes, sir.
is, what you see?
It's kind of hard to put it into perspective, but you can definitely see, like, he just gets in his zone. He kind of sits back and he just dissects a play. Like, if you really sit in a film session with him, you can really see like the defensive mind that he has. It's really amazing. And for me, being a defender, I just love sitting back and getting to listen to him talk. And he can go on and on about plays that happened years and years ago, and just being able to talk about that and me being able to understand it too is really, really amazing.
What's it been like to see his growth as a head coach from just when he first arrived to where you guys are now?
I think he's been doing an amazing job. He's been listening to the players, which is obviously you want a coach that's going to listen to you. So he's been listening to us. He's been tailoring things toward us. He's really opened up his shell a lot. When he first got here, at least to me, it was kind of like he was kind of enclosed off, but he's definitely bloomed, and I just love seeing him grow each and every day as a head coach.
Kind of what he said about last year. He said he kind of thought of himself almost like a stepdad. Is he more like a dad now? Has he developed into that? Maybe?
Definitely. He's definitely come out of his shell, like I just said. He's more personable. You know, all of the relationships that he's had, especially with me, they've gotten a lot bigger. So, like, I really enjoy him defensively. I enjoy him as a head coach. I think he's starting to fill into each and every one of those roles.